Good evening, students. Am I audible to everyone? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Rakana. Good evening, students. I welcome you all for the GATE Engineering Mathematics class, online class, the topic of linear algebra. Today, I'm going to give a shortcut idea about one topic in linear algebra, which is known as system of linear equations. In the GATE examination, the most of the questions come from the topic of linear algebra. So I'm going to take the one topic is from a system of linear equations. Basically, in algebra, we know equations and algebraic expressions, which consist of some variables as well as unknowns. Constants is known as equations. Now here we are going to take system of equations. More than one equation we are going to consider. For the given system of equation, whether the given system has a solution or not. Whether the given equation system of equation has solution or not. So we are going to use some mathematical ideas. We are going to verify whether the given system of equation has solutions. If it has a solution, means it may be a unique solution or infinitely many solutions. In some cases, the system is inconsistent. In that case, the system has no solutions. So today I'm going to give the idea about solving system of linear equations. That is my idea. So here I'm going to consider some equations with some variables. So here is my first equation. So before going to see the problems, I'm going to give the theory notes of linear algebra. Then we are going to discuss about some problems and linear algebra. So here my equation is a11x1, a12x2, etc. a1n xn is equal to b1. So here I'm taking n variables, x1, x2, etc. n variable, a11, a12, etc. b1 are known as arbitrary constants. Similarly, a21 x1, a22 x2, etc. a2n xn is equal to b2. So I'm taking one more equation. Again, it has n variables. Again, a21, a22, and b2 are known as arbitrary constants. In the third equation, a31 x1, a32 x2, etc. a3n xn is equal to b3. Again, I'm taking n variables, and a31, a32, etc. b3 are known as constants. So far, I have taken three equations. We can take more than three equations. In general, I'm going to take m equations. So am1 x1, am2 x2, etc. amn xn is equal to bn. So here I'm taking a system of equations. So how many equations are here? Anybody? Totally, how many equations are here? Students? How many equations are here?
M equation.
Yeah, good. M equations. How many unknowns? How many unknowns are here?
N.
Good. The system of equations consists of m equations and the n variables. So my aim is to find the value of x1, x2, etc. xn value, whether the x1, x2, etc. xn has the value or not. So I'm going to check whether the system of equation has the solution or not. So this is the system of equation. I can represent the system of equation by a matrix form. Listen carefully. The above equation are represented as ax is equal to b. This is known as matrix form. Ax is equal to b. What is this A? This A is known as, where A is called coefficient matrix of the system. What is the coefficient of the matrix? A11, A12, A1n, A21, A22, A2n, etc. AM1, AM2, etc. AMN. So this matrix is called A matrix. So A is nothing but coefficient matrix of the given system. Similarly, the capital X variable matrix. So what is the variable here? What are the variables here? X1, X2, etc. Xn are known as variables. The capital B is called the constant matrix. The right hand side values B1, B2, B3, etc. Bn. So A is called coefficient matrix of the system, and the capital X is called variable matrix of the system. A is called coefficient matrix of the system, and capital X is known as a variable matrix of the system, and B is called constant matrix. So a system of equation can be written as Ax equal to B, that is known as matrix form. The A is called coefficient matrix, X is the variable matrix, and B is the constant matrix. Now here I'm going to give a note point, it's very important. See, when you take the system of equation, the system may be a homogeneous one or non-homogeneous one. Now I'm going to give you an explanation about what do you mean by homogeneous equation, what do you mean by non-homogeneous equations. Listen carefully. The first note point says, if the matrix, listen carefully, if the matrix B, the constant matrix B is not equal to 0, not equal to 0 means not equal to 0 matrix. If the matrix B is not equal to 0, then Ax equal to B is said to be a non-homogeneous system of linear equations. Listen, students, if the matrix B is not equal to 0, that is, in the right hand side, we have some constant values b1, b2, etc. If the b1 value, b2 value, etc., bn value is not equal to 0, then the system is known as non-homogeneous system of linear equations. Suppose the matrix B is 0. Suppose all the constants in the right hand side, like b1 is 0, b2 is 0, etc., bm is 0, then we can say the system is said to be a homogeneous system. So if the matrix B equals 0, then Ax equal to 0 is said to be a homogeneous system of linear equations. So here I give the explanation about homogeneous and non-homogeneous equation. Non-homogeneous equation means Ax equal to B where B is not equal to 0. Homogeneous equation means Ax is equal to B where B is equal to 0. Third note point, if Ax equal to B has a solution, listen carefully. Suppose the system has a solution, the system has a solution, then it is said to be a consistent. If the system Ax equal to B has a solution, at least one solution, then the system is said to be a consistent one. Suppose the system has no solution, it is called inconsistent solution. If the system has at least one solution, it's called consistent. Suppose the system has no solution, then it is called inconsistent. So here I'm given 3 note points. One is homogeneous, the second one is non-homogeneous, the third one is consistent. Now, the fourth point, suppose the system Ax equal to B does not have any solution, does not have a solution, at least one solution, okay, then it is called inconsistent. It is said to be an inconsistent system. If you had a solution, then it is called a consistent system. Suppose the system has a solution, does not have a solution, it is called inconsistent system. The fifth point, homogeneous system of linear equation always consistent since it has a trivial solution. Now look at the fifth point. Homogeneous system of linear equations always consistent. Why it is always consistent? Homogeneous system is linear equation always consistent. What is the meaning of consistent? Students, what is the meaning of consistent? Hello? Anybody? What is the meaning of consistent?
Have a solution.
Good. Consistent means the system at least have a solution, at least one solution. So here I'm given homogeneous system always is always consistent. That means homogeneous system always have a solution. For example, let us consider the equation like this. For example, I'm taking the equation, listen carefully, 3x. For example, taking some equation, 3x plus 4y, some number, 8z is equal to 0. Listen carefully. Here I consider a simple equation, 3x plus 4y plus 8z equals 0. Now look at the right hand side. The right hand side, there is no constant, is 0. So it is an example of homogeneous equation. So 3x plus 4y plus 8z equals 0 is an example of homogeneous equation. Now tell me at least one solution of this homogeneous system. Tell me one solution of the system. At least one solution. Anybody? 3x plus 4y plus 8z equals 0 is an equation. Now tell me at least one solution of these equations. Anybody? Students? Hello? See, I'm taking the equations 3x plus 4y plus 8z equals 0. I want at least one solution for this equation. See, in the right hand side is 0. If there is no constant, the right answer 0 means it's a homogeneous equation. Here I given homogeneous always consistent. What is the meaning of consistent? It has a solution. It has a trivial solution. What is the meaning of trivial solution? Hello? What is the meaning of trivial solution? Karthikeyan sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, sir. There is no response from the student. That's why I'm asking. See, here I'm given since it has a trivial solution. What is the meaning of trivial solution? Trivial solution is nothing but x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and z is equal to 0. See, if you substitute x equals 0, y equals 0, z equals 0 in the above equation, it is always satisfied. You put x equals 0, y equals 0, z equals 0, 0 is equal to 0. This equation is satisfied. Therefore, it is a solution. What is the meaning of solution? Solution means it satisfies the given equation. So the value of x, y is that when you put substitute here, 3 into 0, 4 into 0, 8 into 0 is 0, always is 0. Therefore, x equals 0, y equals 0, z equals 0 is always a solution of the homogeneous system. That's why we can count homogeneous system is always consistent. So consistent means at least one solution. So it is trivially we have 0, 0, 0 is a solution. That's why we consider since it is a trivial solution. That's why we can say homogeneous system of equation always consistent. That means it has at least one solution, namely 0, 0, 0, the zero solutions. This solution is known as trivial solutions. Okay, now I'm going to explain now. So far I explained about system of equations. Now I'm going to consider non-homogeneous system as well as homogeneous systems. Non-homogeneous system of equations, linear equations. What is the meaning of linear equations? Anybody? What is the meaning of linear? What is the meaning of linear equation? Students, what is the meaning of linear equation?
Same level, sir.
No, not same level. What is the meaning of linear? You heard about quadratic equation, cubic equation. What is the meaning of linear equations? Linear equation means degree is 1. So in the last exam, I taken 3 times x, 4 times y, 8 times z, x power 1, y power 1, z power always 1. So degree is 1. The degree 1 is called linear equation. So here we are going to consider only degree 1 equations. That's why it's called linear equations. Non-homogeneous system of linear equation. Non-homogeneous, it should be in the form of ax equal to b, where b is not equal to 0. So I'm going to consider the equation ax equal to b, where b is not equal to 0. Then the system is known as non-homogeneous system of equations. Now, the matrix, listen carefully, the matrix obtained by forming the coefficient matrix A and the constant matrix B is called, listen carefully, I'm going to combine two matrices. One is called A, coefficient matrix, B is called constant matrix. If I combine these two matrices, it is known as augmented matrix. So, this is known as A comma B. So, the combination of coefficient matrix and constant matrix is known as augmented matrix, and it is denoted by the symbol matrix of A colon B or A comma B. Sometimes you can use A comma B or you can use A colon B. So this is known as augmented matrix, the combination of A matrix comma B matrix. Okay, so based on this augmented matrix, I'm going to give some results now. The result number 1 is very important. If, listen carefully, the symbol row, the row stands for rank. The rank of A comma B, the row of A comma B is not equal to row of A. That is, the rank of A comma B is not equal to rank of A. Then the system does not have any solutions. Does not have any solution means the system is inconsistent. Listen carefully. Row stands for rank. Rank of A comma B is always not equal to rank of A of the system Ax equal to B. Does not have any solutions. If the condition is, listen carefully, rank of A comma B is not equal to rank of A. If the ranks are not equal, we can conclude the system has no solutions. That means the system is inconsistent. The second point, if the rank of A comma B is always equal to rank of A, this row is symbol is row. Row of A comma B is always equal to row of A. That is, the rank of A is always equal to rank of A comma B. Then the system is consistent. If the ranks are equal, we can say it is consistent and it has the solutions. Listen carefully. If they are equal, we can say the system is consistent. If it is not equal, we can say it is inconsistent. If it is equal, consistent means you have the solution. They have the solutions. The solution may be unique one or infinitely many one. Third condition. If suppose the rank of A comma B is always equal to rank of A, that is row of A comma B is equal to row of A, which is equal to n. What is the meaning of n? N is the number of unknowns given in the equation system. So rank of A comma B equal to rank of A equal to n, then the system Ax equal B have unique solution. Listen carefully, the ranks are equal, they have a solution. The solution may be unique one or infinitely many one. when we say this solution system has a unique solution means it is equal to n. What is the n? N is the number of unknowns in the system. Suppose you are having 3 unknowns x, y, z, but rank of a comma b, rank of a is always equal to 3, then we can say the system has a unique solution. Unique solution means only one x value, only one y value, only one z value. That's the meaning of unique solutions. N is the number of variables in the system. Fourth point. Suppose the rank of a comma b is equal to rank of a. Listen carefully. The ranks are equal but less than n. In the last case, it is equal to n. Here it is less than n. If it is less than n, the system has infinitely many solutions. That is infinite number of solutions. If it is equal to n, it has a unique solution. If it is less than n, it has infinite number of solutions. Fifth point. In general, rank of a matrix A is always less than rank of matrix augmented matrix A comma B. Because A is a matrix, A comma B is also a matrix. We find the rank of these two. We generally, rank of A is always less than or equal to rank of A comma B. That is, the row of A is always less than or equal to row of A comma B. Row stands for rank. And the sixth point. If the system of equation has infinite number of solutions, more than one solution, infinite number of solutions, more than one solution, among the solutions, n minus r solution will be linearly independent. What is the meaning of n? N is number of variables, r is nothing but rank. So n minus r solution will be linearly independent. So if the system has infinitely many solutions, infinitely many more than one solutions, in that case, n minus r solution will be linearly independent. Now, next I'm going to explain about homogeneous system of equation. So far I explained about non-homogeneous equation. Now I'm going to explain about homogeneous system of linear equations. So we know homogeneous system of linear equations, the right answer must be 0. The system of linear equation in the form Ax equals 0 is said to be homogeneous system of linear equations. For example, if you take the equation a11 x1, a12 x2, etc. a1 and xn is equal to 0. I'm considered the constant is 0. That's why it's called homogeneous. I'm taking one more equation. Again, the right answer is 0. Similarly, if I take m equations, right answer is 0. This system is known as homogeneous system since all the right hand side constants are always 0. So this system is known as homogeneous systems. Okay. We know, I already explained. So for the homogeneous system, there is a trivial solution, namely 0, 0, 0. So we can say that always x1 equals 0, x2 equals 0, etc. xn equals 0 satisfy the given system of equation. So this is solution is known as trivial solutions. So any homogeneous equation always consistent since it has a trivial solution, namely 0, 0, 0. Since x1 equals 0, x2 equals 0, xn equals 0 satisfy the given system of equation. Therefore, this is a trivial solutions. So it is also known as trivial solutions. Now, if you take a rank of A is equal to n. Now I'm taking the case of homogeneous now. If rank of A equal to n, then system Ax equals 0 has only trivial solution. Listen carefully. If the rank is equal to number of variables, the rank of A is always equal to number of variables, then the system has only trivial solution, namely x is equal to 0. Suppose if the rank of A, that is row of A less than n, then the system Ax equals 0 has infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of non-trivial solutions. Already I am making trivial solution. Infinite of non-trivial solution. Non-trivial means non-zero solutions. So if the rank of A is equal to n, it has only trivial solution. If the rank of A is less than n, then it has non-trivial solution, namely non-zero solutions. Okay. So far I have given an explanation about homogeneous system and the non-homogeneous systems. Based on the rank, I have defined consistent and inconsistent. If the ranks are equal, we can say consistent. If the ranks are not equal, we can say inconsistent. Students, up to this, if you have any questions, Kana? If you have any doubts, any questions? Anybody? If you have any doubts, any questions?
So, could you send us the PDF which you are teaching?
Yes, surely I sent it out. Okay, Kana. If you have any questions, Kana?
No, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to explain some problems based on linear system of equations. Listen carefully. Before going to the problem, basically you should know echelon form, triangular form. to find the rank of a matrix. So suppose let us consider a matrix. For example, if I take a matrix, listen carefully. Suppose if I consider a matrix like this, listen carefully. Suppose I consider matrix 1, 7, some number 2, 4, 0, 3, -4, 6, and some number 9. Now it's a 3 cross 3 matrix. I'm taking 3 rows and 3 columns. For this particular matrix, I can find the rank. The rank may be always less than or equal to 3. Why? Here I have 3 rows and 3 columns. The matrix rank always less than or equal to row of m comma n. That is number of rows into number of columns. That is, here it is 3 cross 3 matrix. Therefore, the rank must be less than or equal to 3. So less than or equal to 3 means the rank may be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. See, the rank of the 0 matrix only is answer is 0. You know 0 matrix. All the elements are 0 is called 0 matrix. This is called null matrix. At least one number should be non-zero. This is called 1. It's called rank of matrix 1. Now, to find the rank of a matrix, you should write in the given, you have to use some elementary transformation. You should write this matrix in the echelon form. What does it mean by echelon form? Listen carefully, I will explain now. Or triangular form or echelon form. So using the elementary transformation, using row operation, column operation, you have to convert this matrix in this form. Listen carefully. You have to make the second row, second element in the triangle shape, you should make it as 0. So this is called triangular form or echelon form, and the rest of the numbers may be anything. Okay, so here only you have to make the triangular form. So this is called echelon form of the matrix. By using the row operation or column operation, you can use the echelon, you can reduce into the echelon forms. In general, in a system of linear equation, you should not use column operation. You should use only row operations. Listen carefully. In a system of linear equation, you should use only row operation. You should not use column operations. Okay. Now I'm going to solve some example problems based on system of linear equations. So this is my first example. Example number 1, which is asked in the GATE examination 2008. This is the problem. Example number 1, the system of linear equation 4x plus 2y equal to 7, 2x plus y equal to 6 has option A, have a unique solution, option B, no solution, option C, an infinite number of solution, option D, exactly 2 distinct solutions. So they're given a system of equations, two equations with the 2 unknowns. The question is whether the system has a unique solution or no solution or infinitely many solution or exactly 2 distinct solutions. That's the question here. So we want to find the solution of the system of equations. For getting the solution of equation, we have to find the rank of the matrix, a rank of the system first, rank of the augmented matrix A comma B. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct the matrix first. AX is equal to B. Now look at the solution now. The given system of equation can be written as AX equal to B. AX equal to B is known as matrix form, where A is called coefficient matrix, X is the variable matrix, and B is the constant matrix. So look at this equation. You have a coefficient as 4, 2, 2, 1. So that's why I'm writing as 4, 2, 2, 1. This is called coefficient matrix. And the variables are used here as X and Y. So X and Y are variables. And the right hand side numbers are 7 and 6. So they are constant matrix. So this is A, this is X, and this is capital B. So this is known as AX equal to B form. It's known as matrix form. Now this is the A matrix. This is the B matrix. I am going to combine A and B. That is known as augmented matrix. So this is here. A is 4, 2, 2, 1, and B is 7 and 6. Augmented matrix. A colon B. This is the A matrix, comma the B matrix 7 and 6. I just combine A and B. Now you are getting a matrix has 2 rows and 3 columns. Has 2 rows and 3 columns. So the rank of the matrix must be less than or equal to 2. Minimum of row comma columns. Listen carefully. Here I have 2 rows and 3 columns. The rank of the matrix is the minimum of these 2 values. What is the minimum of 2, 3? The minimum of 2, 3 is minimum is 2. Therefore, the rank may be 2 or less than or equal to 2. It may be 0 or 1 or 2, not equal to 3. The minimum of row comma columns. Now I'm going to find the echelon form, but here it is a 2 cross 2. It is a 2 into 3 matrix. I'm not going to make a echelon form now. I'm going to make the first element is non-zero element. Below that, I'm going to make it as 0. So this is the non-zero element. I'm going to make the below number as 0. For that, I'm going to use some row operations. Listen carefully. Here it is a 2 cross 3 matrix. It's not able to construct a triangular form of echelon form. Triangle form, that is known as echelon form. Here I have a non-zero number 4. Below that I have a non-zero number 2. I have to make this number as 0. But you have to reduce this 2 as 0. For that you have to use elementary row operations. Now what I'm going to use, R2 gives 2 times of R2 minus R1. I'm going to multiply the second row by 2 table. I'm going to subtract from R1. So if you multiply by second row by 2 table, so it gives 4, it becomes 2 and becomes 12. So I can get the matrix, which is the equivalent matrix 4, 2, 7. Listen carefully. I multiply this number by 2 table. So 4 minus 4 is 0. I multiply this number by 2 table. 2 minus 2 becomes 0. This is 12. 12 minus 7 becomes 5. Now I'm getting 0 below the non-zero elements. Now tell me how many non-zero rows are here. How many non-zero rows are here?
1.
How many non-zero rows? It is 1 or 2?
2.
What do you mean 0 row? 0 row means if all the values are 0 in that row, it's called 0 row. See here, I have a number 5. So it is a non-zero row. So here I have 2 non-zero rows. But listen carefully. Look at the A matrix. If you consider A matrix, so these are actually your A matrix. For the A matrix, tell me how many non-zero rows are there. For the A matrix, tell me how many non-zero. This is actually your A. This is actually your A matrix. How many non-zero rows are there in A matrix?
1.
1. Therefore, the rank of A is 1. Listen carefully. The rank of A is 1. But look at the A comma B matrix. How many non-zero rows are there? How many non-zero rows are there in A comma B matrix?
1.
2. Good. So A rank is 1, but A comma B rank is 2. Therefore, the ranks are not equal. I already given. If the ranks are not equal, what is the concept? The ranks are not equal means the system is. Hello, students.
Inconsistent.
Inconsistent. Good, correct answer. If the ranks are not equal, the system is inconsistent. It has no solutions. Therefore, here my rank of A is. Just a minute. I can erase this. Here, my rank of A is 1, but my rank of A comma B is 2. My rank of A is 1. Rank of A comma B is, they are not equal. This is 1, this is 2. This is not equal. So rank of A is not equal to rank of A comma B. So I can conclude that system is inconsistent. Inconsistent means it has no solutions. Hence, the system has no solution. Therefore, from the given option B is the correct one. Very simple problem. They give me 2 equations, the 2 unknowns. The question is whether the system has solution or no solution. Suppose it has solution means it may be a unique one and infinite many solutions. But here I'm getting the rank of A is 1, rank of A comma B as 2. They are not equal. Therefore, the system is inconsistent. I have no solutions. Therefore, option B is the correct one. Students, if you have any questions regarding this problem, shall we move to the next problem? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Raghunath. My second example. Look at a problem. The following system of equations. Here I have given 3 equations. 3x plus 2y plus z equal to 4. X minus y plus z is equal to minus 2x plus 2z is equal to 5. Option A, no solution. Option B, a unique solution. Option C, multiple solution. And option D, an inconsistency. So no solutions, unique solution, multiple solution, and inconsistency is given. From the system of equation, they are given 3 equations, 3 unknowns is given. There are 3 equations with the 3 unknowns, so it may be a 3 cross 3 matrix. Now again, I'm going to use the same procedure, what we did in the example number 1. Now first step, I'm going to write the given system of equation, the AX equal to B form. A is called coefficient matrix, X is the variable matrix, and B is the constant matrix. So this is A, this is X, and this is B. So A is the coefficient matrix. Look at the coefficients, 3, 2, 1, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 2, 0, and 2. There is no y term, so you have to take 0 and 0 and 2. On right hand side, you have 4, 2, and 5. So this is in the form of Ax is equal to B. So this is my A matrix, this is my X matrix, this is my B matrix. Now I'm going to combine A comma B. To find the rank of the matrix, I'm going to write augmented matrix. So this is my A matrix and this is my B matrix. Now here it is, it consists of 3 rows and 4 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns, therefore the rank less than or equal to 3. Now I'm going to use the echelon form now. So I'm going to make this term as 0 and here I'm going to make it a 0. I'm going to make 0 in the triangle form. For that I'm going to use elementary row operations. What I'm going to use, I'm going to interchange R1 and R2. Since here I have 1, here I have 3. So for simplification, I'm going to make it as R1 to R2. So I'm going to interchange the row 1 and the row 2. I'm going just interchanging row 1 and row 2. If I interchange, I'm getting 1, minus 1, 1, 2 as the first row, 3, 2, 1, 4 as the second row, minus 2, 0, 2, 5 and the third row. Now, I'm going to make this term as 0, 3 as 0, minus 2 as 0 by using elementary row operations. For that, I'm going to use R2 gives, listen carefully, I have to make this 3 as 0. For that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to multiply the first row by 3 table, I'm going to subtract. So R2 gives R2 minus 3 times of R1. Similarly, here I have minus 2. So R3 gives R3 plus 2 times of R1. If I multiply this term by 2 table, I'm getting plus 2. Here it is minus 2. If I add, I can get 0. So R2 gives R2 minus 3 times of R1. R3 gives R3 plus 2 times of R1. Listen carefully. I'm not changing the first row. So I have to keep the first row R1 as R1. So 1 minus 1, 1, 2 is the first row. Second row, I multiply the first row by 3 table, I'm subtracting. If you multiply 3 tables, it becomes 3. Here it is minus 3, it is 3, and this becomes 6. If you subtract, what happened? 3 minus 3 is 0. And 6 minus 1 is 5. And minus 3 and 1 is minus 2. And 4 minus 2 becomes minus 2. I just listen carefully. I multiply R1 by 3 table, I just subtract here. So I'm getting minus 2 and minus 2 finally. Similarly, R3 use R3 plus 2 times of R1. I multiply the first row by 2 table, I'm going to add with the R3 row. If you multiply by 2 table, it is given plus 2, minus 2, plus 2, and again 4. If we add 0, minus 2, 4, and 9. Now I'm getting this 0 and 0. Next step, I'm going to make this term as 0. So listen carefully. For triangle shape, I have to make this the second one, that is minus 2 as 0. For that, I'm going to use again the row operations. Listen carefully. So R2 gives, so what I'm going to do is listen carefully here. Here I have 5, here I have minus 2. I'm going to multiply this term by 5 and I'm going to multiply this term by 2 table. If I multiply this term by 5 table, I can get minus 10. If I multiply this term by 2 table, I'm getting plus 10. If I add minus 10 plus 10, we can get 0. For that, I'm going to use the rule R3 gives 5 times of R3 plus 2 times of R2. So I'm multiplying third row by 5 table and second row by 2 table. So this is my first row, this is my second row, my third row is 0, 0, 16 and 41. Now I'm getting echelon form. This is a triangular form, I'm getting echelon form now. Now listen carefully. Once I got the echelon form, I'm going to find the rank. Let us consider the system A alone. This is the A matrix. Now tell me, for the A matrix, how many non-zero rows are there? How many non-zero rows are there?
3.
3 rows, good. A has 3 rows, therefore rank of A is 3. A has 3 rows, 3 non-zero rows, because here I have a number 16, that is not 0. Therefore, the rank of A is 1 row, second row, third row, the rank is 3. Similarly, tell me what is the rank of A comma B?
3.
It's also 3 because again we are having 3 non-zero rows. Therefore, the ranks are equal. Rank of A is always equal to rank of A comma B. So, what is the conclusion now? If the ranks are equal, the system is consistent. Listen carefully, the ranks are equal, you can say it's a consistent. But there is why you have 2 cases. The solution may be a unique one or infinitely many one. Now tell me how many variables are here in the problem? How many values are given? How many variables are given in the problem?
3.
3 variables, good. So rank of A is 3, rank of A comma B is 3, and number of variables also 3. So rank of A is equal to rank of A comma B is equal to number of variables. Therefore, the system has a unique solution. The system has a unique solution. So here is the explanation. Listen carefully. So rank of A is 3, A comma B is also 3, and this is always equal to a number of variables. Therefore, the system has a unique solution. Therefore, option B is the correct one. So this is my second one. The first example, I'm taking only 2 variables. The second one, I'm taking 3 variables with the 3 unknowns. Now I'm going to show the next problem. Listen carefully. My third example. Look at the problem. It's a different problem. See the problem. For what a value of A, if any will of the following system equation x comma y comma and z have a solutions. The given system of equations. Listen carefully here. They given 3 equations with the 3 variables. But look at there is a constant or an unknown here. A is an unknown. The question is here, for what values of A, the system of equation have a solution. The question is here, for what values of A, the system of equation have a solution. It may be a unique solution or infinite solution, but for what values of particular number of A, the system has a solution. The option A, any real number. Option B, it is 0. Option C is 1. And option D, there is no such values. They given 4 options. For what values of A, the system has a solutions. The solution means it is consistent. Therefore, the rank must be equal. Okay, so I'm going to find the value of A. It may be 0 or 1 or any real number, or there is no such possible numbers. The first step, I'm going to write the AX equal to B form. For that, I'm just taking the coefficient of A, the matrix A matrix 2, 3, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, minus 1. And the B matrix is 4, 4, A. I'm taking the right hand side values 4, 4, A. Now, this is my A matrix, this is my B matrix. I'm going to write the augmented matrix A comma B. Now, I'm going to find the rank of A comma B. Once I got the rank of A comma B, I can get the answer of A, rank of A also. For getting the ranks, I'm going to use elementary row and operations. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to interchange R1 goes to R2. I'm just interchanging because since I have 1 here, so for simplification it's very easy. Further I'm going to interchange R1 goes to R2. I'm just interchanging first row and second row. So 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, 3, 0, 4, 1, 2, minus 1, A. Now I'm going to make it as a echelon form. For that I'm going to make this as 0, 1 as 0, 2 as 0, and this second 2 as 0. For that I'm going to use elementary row operation. R2 gives R2 minus 2 times of R1. R2 gives R2 minus 2 times of R1. R3 gives R3 minus R1. Now if you subtract this value, listen carefully. This is my first row. I'm keeping the first row as R1, 1, 1, 1, 4. Now look at the second row. R2 gives R2 minus 2 times of R1. You have to multiply first row by 2 table, then you have to subtract from R2. 2, 2, 2, 8 will come. 2 minus 2 is 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. 0 minus 2 is minus 2. 4 minus 8 is minus 4. Similarly, R3 gives R3 minus R1. Just subtract row 3 from row 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. Minus 1 minus 1 is always minus 2. And here you are getting A minus 4 will come. The next step, I have to make this term as 0. For that, I'm going to use the row operation. If I see here I also have 1, here also I have 1. I'm going to use R3 gives R3 minus R2. So R3 gives R3 minus R2. This is my R1, this is my R2. And I'm getting R3 minus R2. So here I'm getting echelon form. Once I got the echelon form, listen carefully. Now let us consider the A matrix alone. Now tell me, what is the rank of the A matrix? What is the rank of the A matrix? 2. 2, good, correct answer. Since the rank of A is 2, why reason is, here I have 0 row. So only 2 non-zero rows are there, therefore rank of A is 2. Okay, now what about the rank of A comma B? Is it 2 or 3?
3.
Is it 3? Listen carefully, because A is a constant. It will take any value. Suppose A take the value 0, what happened? Listen carefully. If A take the value 0, if A take the value 0, if A is equal to 0, then what happened? Suppose if A answer is 0, then what is the rank?
2.
Good. If A take the value 0, then the rank is 2. Suppose that A is not equal to 0, then what happened? If A is not equal to 0, then what is the rank of A comma B? If A equals 0, if A is not equal to 0, the rank must be 3. Okay. If A is 0 only, the rank must be 2. If A is not equal to 0, the rank must be 3, and rank of A is 2, rank of A comma B is 3, therefore the system is inconsistent, it has no solution. But in the problem they're given, at least you have a solution. Therefore, the rank must be equal. Therefore, the A value must be 0. Then only rank of A and rank of A comma B must be equal. Listen, students, listen carefully. The questions here, for what values of A, the given system has a solution. It has a solution means the rank must be equal. So if A takes the value 0, then only rank of A and rank of A comma must be equal. If A is not equal 0, then this rank becomes 3, and the if rank of A is 2, they are not equal. It is inconsistent. But in the problem they're given, for what values of A, the system has a solution. Therefore, the A value must be 0. Since the rank must be equal, then only the system is consistent. Therefore, the A answer equals 0. That is, option B is correct. Students, you have any questions, Kana? Hello? Boys, students, go.
No, sir.
Okay, Ragana. So here is the answer. So if A equals 0, then rank of A is 2, rank of A comma B is also 2. Therefore, rank is equal to 2, but less than 3. The system is consistent. It has infinite Milli solution. But the problem they given, for what values of A, the system is solutions. So A equals 0, the ranks are equal. Therefore, it has a solution, namely infinitely many solutions. Hence, I think the option B is correct. In the problem they given option B, I think B answer is once again. I show the options here. So here option B answer is given as 0. Therefore, the A answer equal to 0 is the correct answer. Option B is the correct one. Okay. First, let me move to the next problem. So here is the next problem. Listen carefully. Example number 4. For what values of alpha and beta, the following system of simultaneous equation have infinite number of solutions, which is similar to the last one. But here they are given two unknowns, namely alpha and beta is given. For what values of alpha and beta, the following system of equation have infinite number of solutions. When we have infinite number of solutions, what is the condition for infinite number of solutions? Students, what is the condition for infinite number of solutions? The rank must be equal, which is less than number of unknowns. So here we have three unknowns, namely x, y, z. Therefore, the rank must be less than or equal to 3. It may be 2 or 1. Then the case you have infinitely many number of solutions. But here in the problem they given, for what values of alpha and beta, the system has infinite number of solutions. So we want to find the alpha value and the beta value. So again, I'm going to use the same idea. I'm going to express the given system of the equation, the AX equal to B form, where A is the coefficient matrix, X is the variable matrix, and B is the constant matrix. Now I'm going to write the augmented matrix A comma B. So here is the augmented matrix A comma B. I'm going to make it in the echelon form. For that, I'm going to use row operations. R2 gives R2 minus R1. R3 gives R3 minus R1. Listen carefully. I'm going to interchange. I'm going to write R2 gives R2 minus R1. If you subtract second row from first row, 1 minus 1 becomes 0. I'm going to change only R2 and R3. So I'm going to change R1. So I'm giving R1 as R1. So 1, 1, 1, 5. R2 gives R2 minus R1. So 1 minus 1 becomes 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 9 minus 5 becomes 4. Similarly, R3 gives R3 minus R1. 1 minus 1 becomes 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. This is alpha, here it is 1. So alpha minus 1. Here beta, and here 5. So it is beta minus 5. Now I'm getting zeros here. I'm going to make this as 0 now. To make this as 0, I have to multiply this third row by 2 table. That is R3 gives 2 times of R3 minus R2. If I multiply this row by 2 table, I'm getting 2 here. Here also I have 2. If I subtract, I get 0. So R3 gives 2 times of R3 minus R2. So I'm going to change only the R3. So I'm keeping R1, R2. Now I'm going to change R3 as 2 times of R3 minus R2. So if you multiply the third row by 2 table, you are getting 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Here it is 2 alpha minus 2 will come. Here also 2. So 2 alpha minus 4. And 2 beta minus 10 minus 4, which is 2 beta minus 14. Now look at the last row. You are getting echelon form. But look at the last row. Here 2 alpha minus 4 and 2 beta minus 14 is there. So this last row can be divided by 2 table. So I'm going to divide the third row by 2 table now. If I divide the third row by 2 table, I'm getting alpha minus 2 and beta minus 7. Now look at the system. I'm getting the echelon form now. Now look at the A matrix now. Now in the question they're given, for what values of alpha and beta, the system has infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solution means the rank must be equal less than number of unknowns. Here we have 3 unknowns, namely x comma y comma. Therefore, rank must be 2 or 1. Now suppose if alpha minus beta, listen carefully, if alpha minus 2 value alpha minus 2 value is not equal to 0, then what happened? What is the rank? If alpha minus 2 is not equal to 0, then what is the rank of A matrix?
2.
See, listen carefully. Alpha minus 2 is not equal to 0. This term is not equal to 0, then what is the rank of A? 3, good. What about the rank of A comma B?
4.
No, it's not 4. It's also 3. If the number alpha minus beta is not equal to 3, then both the ranks are equal, which is equal to number of unknowns. If it's equal to number of unknowns, unique solution. But in the problem, they are given infinitely many solutions. Therefore, this term must be 0. So alpha minus 2 must be 0. If alpha minus 2 minus b 0 means, what is the alpha value?
2.
2. If alpha is 2, listen carefully. If alpha is 2, then what happened? The rank of, if alpha is 2 and beta minus 0, listen carefully, I'm putting alpha is equal to 2 and beta equals 7, both get 0. The rank of A is 2 and rank of A comma B also 2. Listen carefully, what I'm doing is here, I want to find infinitely many solutions. For infinitely many solution, the rank must be equal, which is less than number of unknowns. But here you are taking 3 unknowns x, y, z. Therefore, the rank must be less than 3. Therefore, the rank must be 2 or 1. Now, I'm putting alpha minus 2 equals 0 and beta minus 7 equals 0. Alpha equal 2 and beta equals 7. If you put alpha equal 2 and beta equals 7 here, you are getting only 0 rows. Therefore, the rank of A is 3. A comma B also 3. Therefore, ranks are equal, but less than number of unknowns. Therefore, it has infinitely many solutions. That's why I'm writing here. For infinitely many number of solutions, this term, alpha minus 2 equals 0 and beta minus 7 equals 0. Therefore, alpha answer is 2, beta answer is equal to 7. Okay. Therefore, option A is the correct one. The option A given 2, 7 is the option. Therefore, option A is the correct one. Now, the last problem, my fifth example. Look at the problem here. It is similar to the last one. Following system of equations, again they given 3 system of equations, but the question is different question. Listen carefully, they given 3 equations with 3 unknowns. Here I have the constant k. The question is, listen carefully, will not have a solution, will not have a unique solutions. For k value is equal to what? They given equation as 3 unknowns. In the equation there is a constant k. The question is, will not have a unique solution. Will not have a unique solution. When you have a unique solution, Kana? Students, the ranks are equal. Good.
A is equal to row of AB.
Which is equal to what? Rank of A equal to rank of A comma B equal to number of unknowns. N is number of unknowns. Here there are 3 unknowns, x, y, z. Therefore, rank of A equal to 3, rank of A comma B equal to 3, equal to number of unknowns. Then the system has unique solution. But here the question is, will not have a unique solution. So we want to find the k value such that the system has not a unique solutions. So first step, I'm writing the AX equal to B form. The coefficient matrix, the variable matrix, and the constant matrix. For the given system, I'm writing the AX equal to B form. The next step, I'm writing the augmented matrix A comma B. So this is my A matrix, this is B matrix. I'm writing the form of A comma B. This is my A matrix, this is B matrix. Now I'm going to use the row operations. I'm going to make it as a echelon form now. Further, I'm using R2 gives R2 minus R1, R3 gives R3 minus R1. So this is my matrix now. I'm getting zeros here. Next step, I'm going to make this 3 as 0. Further, I'm going to use the row operation. R3 gives R3 minus 3 times of R2. So once I use the operation, I'm getting the echelon form here. Now listen carefully. Now tell me, listen carefully. Suppose the value k minus 7 is not equal to 0, then what happened? The value of k minus 7 is not equal to 0. That is, k is not equal to 7. If k is not equal to 7, what is the rank of A and rank of A comma B?
3.
3, good. The rank of A is 3, rank of A comma B is also 3, which is equal number of unknowns. Therefore, it is a unique solution. But in the problem, the given will not have unique solution. So what is the correct answer now?
K minus 7 is equal to 0.
Equal to 0, good. Equal to 0 is the correct answer. Therefore, we want to find a not a unique solution. Therefore, this term must be 0. Therefore, k minus 7 is equal to 0. Just a minute, I can erase this. So for not a unique solution, the k minus 7 is equal to 0. Therefore, the k answer is 7. Therefore, option D is the correct one. So here I have explained 5 example problem based on system of linear equations. Based on this, I'm going to use some problems as a practice problems. So these are again the gate questions. So I'm giving answer also. So here is the first example for the following set of simultaneous equation. Again, they're given 3 equations, 3 unknowns. Option A, the solution is unique. Option B, infinitely many solutions. The equation is incompatible. Find number of multiple solutions exist. So here I have given 4 options. Here is the example. Please try yourself. And here also I have given the option. Option A is the correct one. So this is the first practice problem. The second practice problem. Consider the system of equations. Here I have given only 2 equations, the 2 unknowns. The question is, the system has a 1 solution, no solution, infinite solution, or 4 solutions. So here is the answer. Option B is the correct one. Please try this problem. A third problem. Again, I'm giving system of equations. 3 equations, the 3 unknowns. Again, the system has a unique solution, infinite number of solution, no solution, exactly 2 solutions. And the option is C. The last one. For what values of P, the following set of equation will have no solutions. So we want to find the value of P such that the system has no solutions. So here is the answer. The P answer is 4.5. So today I covered the system of linear equations. I have explained about rank of a matrix, how to find the rank of A and rank of A comma B. Based on, we can verify whether the given system is consistent or inconsistent. If it is consistent, it has the solutions. It is inconsistent, it has no solutions. If the rank of A and rank of A comma B equal to number of unknowns, then the system is unique solutions. If the rank of A equal to rank of A comma B is less than number of unknowns, then it has infinitely many solutions. Thank you, students. If you have any questions. Students, if you have any questions, Kana?
No, sir.
Any doubts, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, Kana. Thank you, Kana. Karthikeyan, sir, shall we wind up now? Students, if you have any questions, you can interact with me. Sadish Kumar, sir, Karthikeyan, sir, are you there?
Yeah.
Sir, shall